Did the Uttar Pradesh Assembly Speaker just blame devotees for the Ram Mandir donation theft? At a time when devotees are demanding answers over the theft of donations at the sacred Ram Mandir temple and are already dealing with a trust deficit, Satish Mahana has made a bizarre and insensitive remark. Let's first listen into that.
उन्हीं का जिनका पैसा चोरी हुआ, मुझे लगता है कि शायद उन्होंने श्रद्धा पूर्वक भाव के साथ भगवान के मंदिर में अर्पित नहीं किया होगा, इसलिए उनका पैसा चोरी हो गया। हमारा पैसा चोरी नहीं हुआ, हमारा पैसा मंदिर में लगा है और मंदिर का भव्य स्वरूप इस बात का प्रमाण है।
Well. Now, when News9 approached Mahana, he clarified later that he never questioned devotees' faith and stressed that action must be taken against those responsible. Take a look.
यूपी विधानसभा के अध्यक्ष सतीश महाना जी हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। सतीश जी, एक आपका बयान बड़ा चर्चा का केंद्र बना हुआ है, जिसमें आप कह रहे हैं कि जिन्होंने राम मंदिर पे सच्ची श्रद्धा के साथ दान अर्पण नहीं किया, उनका पैसा चोरी हुआ है क्या?
देखिए, वो मेरे को एक मित्र ने श्री दिग्विजय सिंह जी के रेफरेंस में वो बात पूछी थी कि वो यात्रा निकालने जा रहे हैं, तो मैंने कहा कि राम जन्मभूमि के पक्ष में यात्रा निकाली होती तो इसके लिए भी निकाल लेते हैं। जो लोग राम को काल्पनिक बताते थे, जो जय श्री राम कहने पे भड़क जाते थे, हम लोग अगर जय श्री राम कहें और किसी को अभिवादन करें तो उसका जवाब नहीं देते थे। जब उन्होंने कहा कि हमारा पैसा वापस कर दिया जाए, तो मैं एक बात प्रश्न खड़ा करना चाहता हूँ। मैंने श्री दिग्विजय सिंह के बयान जी के ऊपर ही कहा था कि आप भी होंगे और बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होंगे जो विभिन्न भगवान के तीर्थ स्थानों पर जाते होंगे और श्रद्धापूर्वक भगवान के द्वारा दिया गया भगवान के चरणों में अपनी श्रद्धा के हिसाब से चढ़ाते होंगे। कोई जाके उनसे पैसा हिसाब मांग रहा है, वापस मांग रहा है क्या? तो उन्होंने वापस मांगा तो मैंने कहा कि वो उनका श्रद्धा से उन्होंने नहीं दिया होगा। उनके लिए मैंने कहा कि कोई आदमी पैसा दिया हुआ दान भी कोई वापस मांगता है क्या? और उन्होंने कहा कि किसी मित्र ने कहा कि महाना जी को कैसे मालूम कि उनका पैसा लगा और दिग्विजय सिंह का पैसा नहीं लगा? दिग्विजय सिंह को कैसे मालूम कि उनका नहीं लगा? लगा है ना, कुछ लोगों का पैसा उनको लगा होगा कि उनका नहीं लगा। मैंने श्रद्धा के साथ दिया तो मुझे मालूम है कि मेरे को लगा, तो वहाँ पर लगा है कि नहीं लगा? मंदिर इतना भव्य और दिव्य खड़ा है, वहाँ पर करोड़ों रुपया लगा है कि नहीं लगा? अगर उसमें लगा तो मेरी श्रद्धा, मेरा भाव, मेरा समर्पण, मेरे पे भगवान की कृपा, मेरा मन, मेरी आत्मा ये कहती है कि भगवान का दिया हुआ भगवान के चरणों में लगा है और वो दिख रहा है। और जिनको लगता है कि उनको पैसे वापस चाहिए, तो इसका मतलब उन्होंने मन से पैसा नहीं दिया, यही बात मैंने कही।
Now, this controversy comes amidst an ongoing SIT probe into the embezzlement of temple donations. The investigation has already led to arrests, resignations within the temple trust and intervention by the Supreme Court of India, which has sought a status report from the Uttar Pradesh government's special investigation team while hearing pleas seeking a CBI probe. Meanwhile, the political impact of the controversy could extend well beyond the courtroom. Now, a recent survey suggests that nearly 64.5% of respondents believe the Ram Mandir donation row could influence voting in the upcoming 2027 Uttar Pradesh State Assembly elections, with the strongest sentiment emerging from Bundelkhand and Purvanchal. As the investigation continues, the issue is increasingly shaping up as both a legal battle and a political flashpoint with possible impact on a big election that's coming up. We have Dr. Mahendra Singh, senior journalist, and Shivaji Sarkar, senior journalist, now joining us. Thank you both of you for joining us on Unmissable. Dr. Mahendra Singh, and I'm going to begin by asking you, this Ram Mandir temple donation theft has been an absolute fiasco. There is an SIT, but there are calls growing for CBI investigation. Now the focus is on what the people of Ayodhya, the people of UP are thinking, especially with the kind of bizarre remarks like the one that came from the Uttar Pradesh State Assembly Speaker. There's a lot of anger on the ground and it could all erupt in the upcoming Uttar Pradesh State Assembly elections.
Listen, Ram Mandir is not merely a place of worship. It is a symbol of faith. It is a symbol of national consciousness. It is a symbol of civilizational heritage for millions of Hindus. So any issue related to Ram Mandir should be taken with utmost seriousness. The issue should be neither politicized and, in my view, it should neither be dismissed. As you have pointed out, what the speaker has said, it deserves a very transparent, time-bound inquiry, and the culprits should be given a stringent punishment. So nobody is going to question anything or accept anything less than that. In my view, whatever the clarification the speaker has given, but still, in my view, the focus of the government and the ruling dispensation should be on how to punish the culprits, how to ensure a transparent and accountable inquiry and punish the culprit. On such a sensitive matter, in my view, the public representatives should exercise restraint. So that is what the question, what you had talked about, that what is the impact. The state elections we have 7 to 8 months. And if the government and ruling dispensation will be able to convince the people that, our impartial inquiry is being conducted and the guilty has been punished, it is not going to have any major political repercussions for the ruling BJP. But if they fail to do so, and if the public representatives continue to give such type of statements, it may definitely it may have impact on the polls.
It may have impact on the polls, definitely. Shivaji Sarkar, one is, of course, the trust deficit that's been created because of this fiasco, and the other is what could be the possible damage control. The SIT clearly is not, doesn't seem to be enough when it comes to reinstating the faith, and especially these comments that, some people did not give the offerings with enough Shraddha.
Very true. What you said is, Shraddha, of course, is there. And that is what Shraddha and Vishwas, the trust, that has been really affected in this incident. Nobody wants to see. You see, everybody has given whatever possible for him, and they have given the maximum as donations or for the cause of the temple. Even if those who exactly don't agree with the entire movement, they also have. You can go across any party line, everybody has contributed to it. Now the issue is whether there was a theft. Now that is one aspect that is being propagated extremely now. What Mahana has said, that is basically on that line, basically. There is a propaganda, there has not been a theft. And it is going on by word of mouth much faster than you can perhaps see otherwise. That there has been no theft in reality, none. It is all opposition propaganda to malign those who are attached to the temple. That is the basic thing. And what exactly has happened? Now they want to malign everybody. That there has been a theft, the money was not used, and these things have been heard. So the opposition is conniving on propagating these things. There is actually no theft. Champat Rai has a clean record, and all others in the trust, they have nothing to do with it. Some stray 7-8 people, they have done it. And it is a different issue, perhaps, if you refers to the camera, that within 40 days, 70 incidents of theft camera had recorded. That too is, they say it isn't just an incident. It is not an event at all. It is nothing to be. And the trust itself has given. And incidentally, the trust says that whatever were put before the SIT, but SIT doesn't have a case property. The property has been told to the SIT, but the property remains with the temple. So what exactly is the theft? Well, you can't prove it really. In reality, you can't prove. As for now, there is a theft. But if you go to Ayodhya, especially people of Ayodhya, whom you can say Ayodhyans, whether they are in Ayodhya or Faizabad, their trust have been hurt most. Why? Because their houses were destroyed. On the Rampath, their temples were destroyed. And now what they are seeing, they said Ayodhya is accursed by Sita, and Ayodhya has never prospered for that reason. Now what is happening, it is worse than that. So what you were saying, what was the political impact? There may be a political impact, but there is another aspect to it. Political impact is fine, the trust is fine, and everything. But will that change the election results? Because election results itself are not being trusted by those same coterie of devotees. They say elections have become farce. That is another aspect that has affected the entire political scenario extremely. So who is going to benefit? It is a guess. But whatever is happening, the theft is there, and theft is not now. It is being said, and by a number of seers are saying the theft has been there not even now, even in 90s there have been theft. Before 2014, 1400 crores that were collected, where it has gone, there is no record of it. Nobody wants to speak on it. When Ashok Singhal spoke about it, within 2 days of that, he suddenly collapsed. So there are lots of things that are happening, and how much has been collected, that is also exactly not known. Some reports say it is 6,000.
The only way it's different.
Some say 7,000.
Only way it's different right now. The questions being raised, and you were seeing that survey which says, 64.5%, nearly 65% people especially in Bundelkhand and Purvanchal think this is going to be a very important, political, situation that will impact the elections in Uttar Pradesh. And also many in Uttar Pradesh also polled and believe that the opposition has the right to take up this issue. So there is a lot of conviction within the people of Uttar Pradesh, the land on which this temple stands, specifically speaking Ayodhya as well. And we saw what happened with voting in Ayodhya when it comes to the last elections after the temple was inaugurated, after the Pran Pratishtha, and yet Ayodhya did not vote for the ruling party in the state or in the center. And that's why right now, if that was the case now, then what about the case now? Because this temple was supposed to be the epitome of everything. It is not a comparison of the way things were done before. This one was supposed to be perfect. This one was supposed to be the one. There's absolutely nothing wrong. It's meant, it's for the people. It is made with the highest of intentions, isn't it, Dr. Mahendra Singh?
Definitely. And what I think that any offering at Bhagwan Ram temple, it carries a huge, tremendous significance, both spiritual and religious. So, making a comment, even it is for any opposition leader or any Congress leader or any Samajwadi Party leader, I think it is uncalled for. Because raising the sincerity of devotees' donation is something it's not acceptable in a society where we live in, especially if we believe in Hindu karma and Sanatan dharma and all. So the public representation, they must refrain from making such comment. As far as political impact is concerned, definitely it has pained people, it has hurt people. But as I said, it is a long time for the elections. And otherwise also, the people who are raising these issues, who are politicizing this issue, especially the Samajwadi Party and Congress and other opposition parties, their locus standi on the issue is very much questionable. So they definitely, it has hurt millions of people. They are pained, but I'm not sure that how far they will go and vote against or in favor of these parties, which has a very checkered record as far as Ram Janmabhoomi Andolan is concerned, as far as the entire 500 years struggle is concerned. So that is the issue. And despite the fact that there are poster wars and other things happening on the ground in Uttar Pradesh, I really doubt if this anger or anguish or pain of Hindus, which has definitely it has impacted people who have immense faith in Bhagwan Ram, but are they going to vote for those who have a very you can say that very dark record about the as far as Ram temple is concerned, as far as history is concerned.
Okay, Shivaji Sarkar, we don't have too much time. The only question is that, the reason why all of this is being spoken about is because that remark from the Uttar Pradesh Assembly Speaker, first of all, that remark really reeks of, denial, arrogance, all kinds of the worst things possible. If it wasn't for that remark, if the SIT just continued this probe, at least everybody would have said, let's wait for the probe to finish. Let's see where, how accountability can be fixed. But it is these remarks that's going to make matters worse, isn't it?
Very true, you are. You see, I have been saying, even within the fold, people are questioning whatever has happened. They are not believing whatever the society is doing or even whatever the government is trying to say. So within the fold, there are many people who are virtually very not critical at all. Now they have become extremely critical and now they are questioning the very basics of the party and those who are supporting the party. So that is one aspect. Apart from that, there is another aspect. Now the question, of course, is what Dr. Mahendra said, whether people will vote against or not. People want to vote, I believe, because it is just not that. There have been lots of others. There have been similar temple camps in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and even Kedar Badri in Uttarakhand. So it is not a limited issue anymore now. Ethanol issue is just flaring up. The election, exam scam issues, they are also affecting. So if you want to see, and the way the government is trying to hike up the petrol prices, these all are affecting it. It is just not one issue, but if now people are saying that government is just trying to bulldoze everything. And in fact, if you complain about anything, next morning a bulldozer comes for your house. So these are not simple issues. The people's basic sentiments are hurt, people's trust is hurt, people's security is hurt. But how the election will happen? Election, people are saying they believe they are against, but whether their votes will be recorded the same way or not, that is the doubt now.
Fair enough, I'm afraid we'll have to leave it at that. Mr. Shivaji Sarkar, senior journalist, and Dr. Mahendra Singh, senior journalist, thank you both of you for taking time out to be this here on Unmissable.